Welcome to the Bubba Army YouTube channel. Hold on, Doc. Doc, I don't want to do this, man. I really don't. Brett, you really have to. Doc, just go over there. I gotta
okay.
Okay, I know, Doc, but you being behind me makes me feel I feel like I'm.
You know,
Brent, what?
I was gonna say.
Shut up.
You're not staying in front of the board for this?
Well, why should I?
Oh, I just thought that's your desk, so you're more comfortable over there.
All right, hold on. My pants down.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
There's more light over here, though.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you may feel better over there in your
No, I'm not.
normal.
Hold on, I got my paper towel out.
I got the finger already.
Brent, I swear to God, I gotta go practice racing tonight. Brent, I'm gonna have a freshly fucked finger, ass, whatever.
Well, you gotta,
All right, hold on, Doc. Where's he at? Okay, stay there, Doc. I'm just.
Look at the. He's got the glove.
I swear to God, I don't want to do it. I swear to God, I don't want to do it. Please don't make me do it.
Well, I mean, you got to, because you got to find out,
I'm wasting good lube here.
Hold on.
like there's a lube shortage.
I gotta get some stuff.
He's like building a fort over here on the other side of the
Get
board.
the trash can ready?
Hold on, let me see here. Let's see. Hold on, this is the warm light. Maybe it's somebody gonna save me. Hold on, Brent. See what it is. I'll get it.
It's a national crisis.
Hello.
Hey, it's Howard.
Hey, Howard.
Hey.
Am I in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're live.
That's that slow, dull pain.
Have you ever had it done before?
Yeah, man. It takes you by surprise. It takes your wind away.
Hey, Brent, would it be? You know what? Would it be inappropriate to have Howard on while I'm getting it done?
No, I'd love to hear his editorial comments.
Why inappropriate?
Well, because
I think I should be there with you.
Well, now Howard, Brent is putting undue pressure on me. Now I got to do it because he very rarely calls, and I hate to disappoint him.
You know what was weird? I'm sitting here watching a tape of Hogan's show,
Right.
Because I wanted to hear him say McGillicuddy.
Right.
And I'm listening, I'm going, I'll call into Bubba and talk about McGillicuddy. And then I tune in, and you're getting a finger up your ass.
and I'm
And you know what? You guys can joke about it all you want, but, I mean, I've had the finger up my ass. And, in fact, it's a friend of mine, a guy I've known for years.
Right.
And it always just takes the wind out of me, man. He puts it up there, and that noise comes out of you inevitably. It's...
Hey, did you ever think in a million years you'd hear one live on the radio?
No, this is pretty historic.
Oh my God! You know what? Without further ado, Brent, I mean, I'm going to do it.
One suggestion.
Yeah, please.
2001: A Space Odyssey. Put it on.
Oh, I don't have it.
The music.
I
don't think we have that.
I don't
It's
think
dramatic.
See, I don't have the manpower you do. You can see Brent, like God, he can say something and then it's magically on his board. I don't have that luxury.
Are they going to spread the ass cheeks?
I mean,
the doc's here. He's got his glove on. He's got the lube dripping down the glove.
Wasting lube here.
Doc, get on the microphone and tell Howard your technique. So, because he wants to know. I do got big ass cheeks, Doc. And
No, I understand. We do guys like, that size all the time. It's not that you use one hand to spread and you just, kind of feel your way and you get in, and when you do it, it's no big deal.
What do those fingers look like on the dock? Are they long or are they
I only got like a 4-inch finger. It's not that big.
But see, originally we were supposed to have a female urologist do it, and I was pretty hip on that.
No, I wouldn't want that.
And then she backed out, and so anyway, did you hear Dan the song Parody Man disrespect us today, Howard?
No, what do you do?
I don't even know where to begin with that.
I just saw him in a meeting.
Well, we had them all locked in for a suck-off on Saturday night from My Heart, New York, and we had them all locked in. We have a 2 Stern Fan Network guys getting sucked off on Wednesday and Friday. We got my guy getting sucked off on 25 Cent getting sucked off on Thursday, and we had Dan all locked in for a fucking suck from My Heart, New York on Saturday. So I call him up just to solidify the deal, and he pulls his prima donna card all of a sudden, saying, first of all, there's no shortage of hot ass in my camp, and secondly, the only way I'm going to do is if I can be first. I'm like, that really sucks. I mean, so I kicked him out of the contest.
That's the star trip, man. That's a guy who's a star, He just has to have everything his way.
And I'm like, listen, Dan, I've been with you a few nights, and there's not a plethora of pussy running around you, brother. There's not.
I wonder what his deal is anyway, that he turned down a blowjob. I mean, I don't think he's getting laid all that much.
Oh, I know he's not. I know he's not.
I went out in Manhattan with him one night in New York, and we went out to a bunch of clubs, and the only girl that was with us was the one that came up to visit us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got to be honest, man. I think I'd want to go first, too. I mean, you followed second or third. Did you hear that girl on my show today?
Which one?
She banged 3 guys on the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, my God. That story was unbelievable.
Unbelievable story, man. People are up to... The internet is going to be the death of us all.
You got that right.
People hooking up over the internet.
But the bad thing is the kid molestation and predators on the internet. That's what really worries me.
I'll tell you,
that's
though, man.
one good thing. You can at least catch them all in one big group.
Hey, man, our shows collectively, not that I'm trying to put ourselves over, we're on fire right now, all of us. Don't you think, Howard?
Yeah, it's been really great, man. The stations are sounding great, and I think any hesitation people had in the beginning that you would join me and all that, I mean, that's way in the past. People love your show.
And more importantly, I think that I just hope that I'm able to disprove that I'm not a Howard ripoff.
Man, you're doing great.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I got an email the other night from Vinny Favale, who works over at CBS, used to work with us.
Right. Yeah, great guy.
A great guy, and he's talking about the channels and how good they sound, and then he went, man, I can't believe it. He goes, I'm a Bubba the Love Sponge fan. He goes, who would have thought it? He just was like, he just figured there was no way he'd be into the show, and, people don't get your show at first. They're kind of like thinking, who is this guy? But I mean, I love when you guys just sit around and talk, and I love when you get that finger right up your ass. I mean, what's better than that?
And Howard,
of course the channels are on fire. There's a finger about to go in your ass.
and in closing, I'm going to wrap up before I get fingered. Is the fact that you caught a lot of shit, Howard. You caught a lot of shit from your diehard fans for taking me on, saying, "What the fuck is he?" Bubba used to go against Howard, and they talk crap about each other. Now, I think we've endured ourselves pretty good. And
we're doing great. I'm looking forward to the film festival. We'll all hang out that night.
Exactly.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Well,
we should make that an all-nighter. And did you hear Henry Rollins today talking about you?
You know what? He is such a nice guy, man.
Yeah,
he's such a good. Okay, without further ado, here.
All right, go take the finger. I'm going to go listen.
You're not going to be here with me?
I'll be on there. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Doc, do you need to give him a wireless, Brent?
No,
Doc, seriously, I don't want. Fuck.
he's coming around. He's coming around.
Just do it.
Hold on, no, Doc, don't go fucking fast on my asshole. I swear to God, I'll kick your. Doc, do you have to grab my butt? Doc, Doc, stop! Hold on.
I haven't done it yet.
Hold on, stop! Can we stop quick?
I haven't done it yet.
Hey, Doc, you're.
He's slapping his hand away like he's a girl.
I swear to God, he was digging on. Hold on, Doc. Can you hold on? It's like you're trying to have a Brokeback Mountain kind of deal.
Put him down on the couch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, Doc, go.
Time.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's done. Prostate's fine. Everything's fine.
You should see the look on his face. It really, that's the most pain I've seen him in probably in years.
No prairie dog.
Since he had a kidney stone, that's the last time I've seen you in that much pain.
Let him go.
You felt like you just jizzed on my ass, Doc. I swear on my son. That's the most uncomfortable thing I ever had in my entire life, Brent.
Is it over?
It's done, yeah.
Worst of
Let me get that finger back in there. It was 2 seconds.
It's all it takes.
Doc, I swear to God, Brent, I swear to God, I'm shaking like a fucking leaf.
Hey, Doc, don't you have to feel around the prostate?
I did. I checked this. I actually checked the prostate. Felt
went
both
too
lobes of the
far.
prostate. I went around the top and around the other side. That's all you do.
Where'd you go to medical school, man? That was quick.
Tufts Medical School in Boston.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a good doctor, man. That's man. My guy, maybe he's in love with me because he dwells.
You're a less. I'm more heathen. You're sexier than me, Howard.
I'm lean.
I'm not real fuckable. You are. I don't know.
Don't say that, Bubba.
I'm just saying. You're.
Yep.
I don't mean guy. Well, I'm just saying. I don't even want to fucking. Brent, I don't even know what I'm saying right now.
What just happened? How's Bubba's prostate?
It's perfect. It's actually perfect size. No problem.
Is it
Yeah, it's
small?
not a
Man's gonna bury him. I say his prostate's perfect, but
Is it perfect? Honestly, you felt
it's
it. Tell
fine.
me
No
about it.
problem. There's no polyps.
How much lube did you use? I can't get all this off my ass.
Is there any brown on the glove?
I didn't. I threw the glove right. You didn't want to check.
Let's check it.
Let's check it. Here, pull out the trash can. Here it is.
Hold on. Turn the lights on.
There's
behind
probably
you.
some brown. on
Turn behind you, Doc.
Doc, behind you.
Snap the lights.
Hold on, right behind. Let me see. Doc, is this inside out? Is this what you used? Let me see. Is there any brown on there? Yes, there is.
There is.
There is brown.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Look.
Not
Can you?
much, so.
Look at that.
You just see. I do this for a living. You
It's a
want to
light-
see brown.
It's a light brown, though, isn't it? Hey, Brent, I swear to God, can we do this, Brent? To prove, can you get the guys to take a picture of the glove?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure, and we'll put it up on the website.
Now, Howard, don't you think we should do that?
Yeah, you might as well do that. But hey, Doc, when comparing the brown, do most patients have that much brown?
Come in with a digital
Actually,
camera.
that's a mild amount. Typically, they have more and more brown than you want to.
Can I be honest with you, Doc? Please be honest with me. Tell me that as a rib that you used a little too much fucking lube on me.
No, but with the lube, I put the lube on. I've been walking around with my finger lube for the last 5 minutes. It kind of runs
tight,
all over.
man.
Oh my God! Now, Doc, who's going to be able to get this glove unfolded?
We got other gloves.
That shit stain. It's got a shit stain on it. Can you imagine how frustrated now that we've been able to do what we've been able to do now for 4 months or whatever, and then
Did you
somebody
ever go back?
No, never.
You realize you couldn't even say, and I mean, I got to admit, I laugh every time you say, "Uh-oh, a finger's going up my ass," or "Is there some brown on the glove?" Can you imagine going back to the rules?
Oh my God!
We could not have had that conversation that we just had.
You couldn't even had it clinically. You couldn't have even had said, "I don't think, Howard. You can tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think you could have even said, I got a doctor in here to give me a prostate check."
Well, yeah, I don't think at this point you can, and like I kind of said, it's just such a weird environment on regular radio. I don't know what it'd be like to be some guy trying to start something, but it doesn't really matter who they would have hired to replace me, whether it's David Lee Roth or Mancow or Opie and Anthony. Who cares? I mean, it seems to me like they went and had to do a deal with two guys they despised. Because they're so hung up on that, I left.
Yeah, they are.
In a way, it's a compliment, and also keeps my name anyway out there because, it's constantly going to be, they're replacing Howard Stern, and this is, oh, wow, their arch enemy, Howard Stern. These guys aren't my arch enemy. I don't spend 10 minutes thinking about them.
No.
I mean, it's insane. They've got to go now deal with, the FCC and terrestrial radio. And I don't know, just doing a show through 22 minutes of commercials is so stupid. I mean, it's just maddening.
Well,
I don't know how anybody would do it.
And they're such huge targets. I mean, you know how bad they're going to get screwed with by the. I mean, they're going to have huge targets on the back of their back. Everybody's going to be taping them, and I mean, I don't know.
Well, you know what, man.
God
it's
bless
so
them.
irrelevant.
God bless them.
I don't know. I guess in some way, I just can't help but think that all of this is this. It's almost like Joel Hollander and Leslie Moonves are like two rats on a sinking ship running around looking for some hook or something to revive that radio division. And it's weird. And also, I would imagine they're so worried about the endless promotion of Sirius, that's why they're suing me. What about the endless promotion of XM?
Which is what they're going to do.
Exactly.
Of course.
So
why not?
So how much credibility does that stupid lawsuit even have now?
Yeah.
The credibility of the lawsuit was never there anyway.
No, it never was.
They know it's dumb, and I don't even think they. Someday I'll see. You know what? When you're in, let's hang out Thursday night after the film festival. I'll tell you some interesting stuff that's going on.
We'd love to, man. We'd love to hang out.
Yeah, I'll
with
give you some inside shit.
And reading the complaint, I mean, to me, it's like Steve Lehrman is trying to use the law as a sword, which it was never meant to be used as.
Well, Steve Lehrman's the guy who dreamt up this whole Opie and Anthony thing and sold it again to Les Moonves. Same thing with the lawsuit. It's just these guys are desperate for something, and I think they think it irks me or something that that they sue me. So this lawsuit irked me, but they think that it irks me no matter who replaces me. They're reacting still because of me. Whenever somebody hears Opie and Anthony on in the morning, what do you think they're going to think of?
Howard
Stern.
ripoff.
And what's Howard saying about this, and what's Howard doing?
Right.
It all just leads back to me.
They're only going to solidify with your old audience that didn't flip over. I probably should flip over and see or go buy Sirius.
Absolutely.
I mean, in all the markets. But anyway, if you got an opportunity to give Dan the Song Parody Man a hard time, I had him a straight locked in, fucking and sucking. And then he pulled this whole prima donna card. I kind of was rude to him, Howard. I hung up on him, to be honest with you. I said, "You asshole."
I think he'll handle it.
Hey, you know what I wanted to weigh in on this week, and I don't want to offend you, but on the whole when you were on vacation, Beth massage thing.
Yeah. Tell me how you feel. By the way, I mean, that's so your fantasy having black guys do your wife in front of you.
Yeah, but
hold on. Beth got rubbed down by a black guy?
No, not a black guy.
She didn't get. She got rubbed down by a man, and that's something I don't like.
And
I don't like it either.
Here's where I think you have a point, Howard. Is the fact that it almost seemed like she tried to slip it by you without you knowing.
Did it
about
happen at a resort?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she came in the room in 2 seconds and said to me, he rubbed oil. And when I heard he.
Right.
you know what's really weird, though? I like on some intellectual level, I don't want to come off like I watch Hulk Hogan's show, too. I mean, I don't know if it's for the camera or what. I mean, and you would know, Bubba, because you know him personally. But it does seem somewhat insane how protective he is of that daughter.
Yeah,
I mean, it's getting crazy.
I asked him that yesterday.
That last episode was
I
great.
heard you.
I said, "Hey, Hogan, the bottom line is one of these days it's going
Right.
to happen." And
You got to let go.
And he just completely didn't even skirt. You're the one that held him to the fire more than anybody. I'll tell you, man, Howard, I don't know if I got to tell you this or not, but after you got done with him that day, he called me from the green room or wherever, general, like within a couple minutes and goes, "Brother." I go, "What?" And he goes, that motherfucker had me. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, that fucker, he'd throw it in, then he'd throw it out, then he'd reel me in, and he'd start weaving this evil little shoestring. And I was like, he goes, that motherfucker, it's exactly, that motherfucker's good.
Well, the weird thing is when I watch the show, I'm like, man, I get where he's coming from. Like, as a man and as a father of daughters, it's like, I don't want to see some dude, massaging my daughter's shoulders, especially a 26-year-old guy if she's 17.
I think it has a lot to do with him being on the road for so many years and seeing all the wrestlers and how much of heathens they are and how they try to go after
every chick,
every piece of ass.
But he's almost treating her like it's his wife.
Yeah, I mean, I think
he's got to go out and get laid, cheat a little bit on his wife. He's got to, man. I'm worried about the guy.
I tell you one though, with my girlfriend, which by the way, Howard's going to meet this on Thursday. And my real, the
real girlfriend,
the real one.
Okay.
And and Brent,
is this one we can take pictures with?
Yeah, you guys can. All the ones you want. Howard's just digging it in deeper.
No, I mean, it's okay to be seen with her and everything.
Absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Go ahead.
So anyway, Brent, if she came back and said, I just got rubbed down by a guy. Now her and I have gotten rubbed down before, Brent. We did that couples thing one time.
Right. Now, did she have a female or a male?
No, I had the girl and she had the guy. But you're in the same room.
I don't care.
See, I think that was kind of. I had a both.
I can't stand, and I know it's childish, and everyone emailed me and told me I'm a douche. I don't care, man. It's just like, and everyone's even saying if she does Dancing with the Stars.
You know what, though? Here's where the thing is not that she's dancing with another dude, which I would have more of a problem with Dancing with the Stars than I would the rub down.
Right.
But here's what's going to drive you crazy, is her being out in Los Angeles for 6 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I've never been so into a chick, so it's like, that would be hard just personally. But I just was on the phone with her because she's in Phoenix right now, and I said, I'm cool. If that's something you want to do, and don't worry about me. I'll be there for you. I'll be supportive and all that. But the massage thing, I think it's not too much to ask. And you know what? Because I know what a perv I am. Every time I get a massage, and that's not often, I'm dying for the chick to give me a hand job.
I hate to hear that because my wife's a real massage therapist.
No, but you know what, Brent? Howard's right. I swear, Howard. I swear to God, every time I get a massage, I'm just hoping I'm a perv just like Howard. And here's what I think: if she could just graze my balls,
right?
I mean, and then sometimes I'll hunch up a little bit, Brent, and so that she can see, that I'm trying to give. Yeah, Howard, are you the same way, Howard?
Yeah, because I sit there and I'm laying on the table and I go, shit.
I'm getting a boner.
I hope if she touches me, I hope she doesn't think I'm too small.
Right. So then I try to
if she touches me, wouldn't it be great if she just whipped off her top and said, but of course it's not going to happen. But these chicks don't look at us and get hot.
But see, I'm hoping, Brent.
But the dudes, though, that are massage therapists do look at a hot chick and get hot. They can't help but.
My friend was a licensed massage therapist, okay? He told me he'd go to these rich ladies' homes, start rubbing them down. He said 9 times out of 10, he was knuckle deep up their ass.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
With every single one of them.
Yeah, and I've heard so many things, Brent, before. I have a friend, too, and he said, again, statistically, more than 75% of the times they'd start spreading he'd be down there like on the lower,
right.
and they'd start spreading their legs, hunching up their puss, and then he just starts fingering the shit out of them.
That's right.
And so.
But you want to know something, though? I swear to you, I don't believe that Beth would ever allow that to go down.
I don't think so either.
But I just.
But the guy's going to try it, though, Howard. The guy's going to try. Beth may.
I don't want him calling into my show and going, "Hey, man, it was really great rubbing Beth, man. She was moaning." I don't even want to get that shit going.
Oh yeah. You know what? That's a great point.
Exactly. She has to kind of think a little bit that you live in this very public world, and people just want to say, people want to bust balls just for the backside Howard Stern.
I rubbed Howard's girlfriend fat.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the paper today because I was out jogging.
Right.
So if that's a story. Getting your knuckle into Beth's ass is a bigger story.
Oh, that's a huge story. I mean,
yeah, that's a good story.
I mean, that's a huge story. And then obviously, if they do a full body massage and they turn over on them, what if they just get a glimpse of Beth's boobs or a little nip shot? Even if nothing's inappropriate, you can still say, Brent, if you're one of those guys, it's making you're like, guess what, Brent?
What's that?
I ran. Howard Stern?
Sure.
I rubbed his old lady down. I got to see her tits and stuff. I mean, I didn't do
anything.
anything.
She's pretty hot.
Thank God I love my girlfriend enough that I care.
Like, exactly.
Yeah,
Normally,
that's true.
you're praying that someone will take them off your hands.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, listen, I'm always on the massage table, Brent, and I always go through these scenarios. And I said, listen, you know what? I know my balls probably don't look that big, but if I can kind of dry hump this table and get my shit chubbed up, Howard, you think the same way, don't you?
I've done the same thing.
And you try to kind of start fucking dry humping the table so you get a little bit of half of a bone on deal.
So
you don't want a full one because
Right, and then I like try to get the head maybe tipping out underneath the deal so she can see the head, and then I just like, you know what? Even if I don't get a handy, if she can just give me a flick,
I'm switching topics for a second. How come Hulk Hogan didn't know he said McGillicuddy twice?
because he was fucked up.
What do you mean?
He's I don't know. He's
probably 7 Miller Lights deep.
He's probably 7.5 Miller Lights deep with a couple deals. I mean, I don't.
He
Really?
he calls our show, Howard, and honest to God, and thinks because his wife doesn't listen to Sirius that nobody does. So he just gets loose.
Oh, you don't understand, Howard. He'll call the show and say, "If I had them bitches in there, man, you need Tim Hogan's gonna come in there with a mask and whip out my little Jimmy Johnson." And I mean, and he thinks because Linda doesn't have Sirius that nobody has it. When in actuality, he's getting himself in more trouble than he could ever imagine. More people's listening to this than on a regular show.
I know.
So anyway.
Yeah. Well. So what are you going to do now? You going to take a picture of the glove?
Yeah, I think we already got a picture. I think they're getting ready to put it up.
It's up.
Now, Doc, was there shit on the glove?
Almost nothing. I mean,
are we going to see something on that picture?
I mean, are they going to be able to...
It's hard to tell. It's like a little brown spot. And
My poop's really light, is it not?
There's like one little brown speck, and it's hard to tell, but there's like a brown,
Now,
color
Howard,
to the white glove now.
I heard you talking a few days ago, Howard, about how we take Cialis and stuff. You've never taken that stuff?
Hell no. I would never screw around with any. Like all my equipment's working down there. I don't want to take that and screw things. I mean, you're crazy with that stuff.
Oh man, let me tell you something, Howard.
Gary said he did it. Nothing happened.
I don't know. I don't think he's cognizant of his surroundings. Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. He may have to take two with all that hair and teeth that he's got.
He's not human.
He's not. He's a baboon.
You know, I do have the hots for Robin. You knew that, don't you?
Yeah, you would do her.
God, I would eat her out like you would. I don't know if that's inappropriate for me
That
to
would
say.
be so great on the air.
Oh. I mean, even if you guys didn't get footage of it happening, but we could give play-by-play the next day.
Yeah.
And then Mr. X coming in and catching me and wanting to kick my ass. I have to fight him off, Brent. That would be awesome.
You know what the best thing is that's going on Howard's show right now is the fact of who's invited to Robin's party and who's not, and Sal is just out of his mind.
Hey, we're bringing our shocker, our dog collars. Can we shock Sal's balls?
Yeah.
I'll duct
How
tape.
the hell is that safe, by the way? I mean, that sounds incredibly dangerous. Somebody's got a heart condition or something. How can you be doing that?
No, with the taser, that's probably somewhat problematic, but the ball shocking ain't that. I mean, it really does hurt, but I don't think it's going to make you have a heart attack. Doc, it's not going to kill you.
I mean, I don't know how the hell you're doing that.
The best is, though, shocking.
What is shock the puss, by the way?
Oh, we take these two. You know, Brent, we're going to have to demonstrate. Brent, can we get
bring all your equipment down there. We want to see what's happening.
Now, Brent, can you line me up through Monica at Hustler? Can I get a girl to meet me on Howard's show?
We don't need a girl. We'll just do it to Richard and Sal.
Well,
yeah.
But they don't got pussies.
Yes, they do.
Well, yeah. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it to Richard and Sal.
I hate fucking Sal. I like Richard, but I don't like Sal. Can I shock his balls?
Well, what happened between you and Sal?
Well, I just think he's a smart ass. You know.
I love
it. Dude,
How about Dan the Song Parody Man? Can I shock his nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, Brent.
Because I mean, the greatest thing.
Don't forget, Brent. Sal was the one. Even when Howard announced me back in the day in September, October, Sal was he was the motherfucker. And deep down, Brent, that's how he truly feels.
Well,
yeah, Sal came in and he said he thought it was a real big mistake hiring you.
But the thing is, you have to remember, Sal at that time had been in radio probably less than a year.
Well, then that means he should shut the fuck up because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, but admit that you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
well, you know what? In a way, I let that come on because I wanted the audience to hear my response because I knew there were a lot of people thinking that way.
And he made Sal repeat after him, "I am a glorified listener,"
and I need to leave the room immediately.
And he sent him back to his cubby hole and said, "Wait for your next command."
That was it. Go back to your hole.
You know, Howard runs a tight ship. He runs a tighter ship than me sometimes with being mean to people.
Oh, he really does. I mean, he almost made John Hine cry one time in a meeting, and then Ralph called in and dimed out John Hine. That was so funny.
Ralph.
What do you guys think? You think Beth should do Dancing with the Stars?
Now, see, I personally, Brent, I personally think, in my opinion, if Howard could make it so that out of those 6 weekends he could see her half the time, it would be excellent for her career.
I would say no.
I would say no.
I would say no because you know what?
Why do you say no?
You know, we're really good friends with Stacy Keebler, and I talked to her since she's done Dancing with the Stars.
Right.
And it's the lights are on you, and it's on you for a second. and it's just for a second, and then these people that are on Dancing with the Stars get kind of a washed up has-been type reputation, and I think she's more on her way up.
But here's my feeling. I think it does two things for Howard. One, it solidifies how much of a superstar Beth is, and two, I think it shows how secure Howard is in their relationship. That's
but wait a second. This is really about Beth and like what she wants out of her career, which
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
even sure what she gets out of it. Now consider this. All right, and I'm not going to say this to her, but most of those people who do Dancing with the Stars are looking to get into the spotlight.
Yep.
She's got the spotlight in the sense that she is with me. But it would be a chance for her to be in the spotlight without me.
Right.
And so people could get to know her a little bit,
But Howard, the thing about it is even if she's in the spotlight without you, she always is with you because she'll never be able to get away from that. So I think it does, in my opinion. And
she doesn't need, my opinion, she doesn't need the spotlight that way, but if she wants that, then it's there for people to get to know her on her own.
I think it even makes Howard look like more of a stud, though, because you know what? Even more people are going to be exposed to this hot girl and say, Jesus, fucking look at Howard Stern fucking pulling it off, fellas. That's what I would say.
Bubba, now, listen to this. The hottest move, Brent probably knows this because he heard the discussion. The hottest move would be Beth goes to do Dancing with the Stars. I get good and pissed off. I get myself a new girlfriend. And I go there to support her, but I'm in the audience with my new girlfriend making out with her.
Hold on now.
That's the stud move.
And the whole show would be based around that, and it would take all the attention away from everything else that's going on.
What a sick fuck,
That's great.
I mean, he's like a sitcom writer, you know what I'm saying?
That's great.
Way to do it, right?
And he plugs himself right into the starring role.
But
take away all the fucking the light and put it on me.
Beth, I'm sorry that we're trying to put you over a little bit, but you know what? It's all about me, bitch. That's what it is.
It's all about me.
I'm going to go get me a new girlfriend. I'm going to make out in the audience.
And if you watch the 60 Minutes piece, you know that Howard's relationships are about. I mean, all of us are almost that way. The relationship's about Howard, and I think her being away. I have to agree with Robin. I think it would really strain your relationship.
Well, I
want to know something? No, I mean we are really tight. I mean, I really do love her, and I don't have any problem saying that. So I think it would. I mean, Robin's being rough on me and being rough on the relationship, but. I think it would survive. I
don't think there's anything, honest to God. I've been around you guys very limited, but I see it, and I've seen it, on air and off air, and I think that I think that the relationship is that strong.
We're tight.
That it's absolutely not going to do anything to it. I mean, it's not going to. I mean, you guys sleep with a bulldog, for God's sake.
So what is the vote?
My vote.
What is your vote, Bubba? You want her on there or not?
I would say yes. I think it only solidifies how strong you truly are and how much of a man's man you are, so much to the fact that you can let your hot girlfriend be exposed to a nationwide audience and not even fucking be flapped about it. That's how I feel.
Brent, you say no.
My vote's no, yes.
I say Dr. Mark says no also.
Dr. Mark says no. He's got a hard cock. And
Dr. Mark has a glove full of brown shit on it.
Dr. Mark,
Doc, what are you saying? Why are you saying no?
Because dancing is a fairly intimate experience, and so I think it's actually weird to have and to do that in public and it's almost like dancing is like almost having sex in some ways. And
yeah, I will. So I think
it'd be very weird. From what I don't know you personally, but listening over the years, you're very private, and I think it's something.
Howard, that is true. Doc, I think
Doc's got a point.
You know what, Doc? You're right. I don't mean to interrupt, but Howard. That is kind of true in the fact that dancing was and I don't mean to go back on my vote, Britt, but the bottom line is...
You're waffling. You're a flip-flopper.
Yeah. What's going on here?
Well, I mean, the bottom line is, Doc, after you put it that way, and the fact that Howard is very private,
right.
and there is a certain amount of people that do want to see bad for Howard and fuck with him because he's so rich and famous. So at the end of the day, I mean, there is a lot of sexual grinding on that show and stuff, and it
That's
is.
Right.
I mean, that is problematic.
It's hard. I mean, and not to say that...
I changed my vote to no.
So that's 2 no's. That's 3 no's.
Three
with
no's.
the Doc's vote.
3 no's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doc, you're my kind of guy, man. I want you to put your finger up my ass next time I'm on examination.
No, Howard, I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're going to be full hot when you're watching this on TV.
It's going to be hard to watch
and some
on TV.
dude is fucking grinding on Beth.
I don't deal well with that, but I'm hoping I'll be a bigger man than that.
I don't think
any of us are bigger men than that.
I don't think it's about being a bigger man. I think it's a very intimate experience. I think and it's one of the things you just don't need to do. I think
it's about the way you are, Howard. We can't change you, and neither
but
can
look how double standard we are. We have chicks up in the studio all the time. We're feeling their titties and God knows what else.
No, you're not feeling no titties.
Yeah, you're behind your board, right? You're the leader. You're behind your board.
Yeah.
But I know it means nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
When women start dancing with a guy before you know it, it means something.
Well, because that guy, at the end of the day, whoever she's going to be dancing with, Brent,
he's gonna be a good-looking guy.
and he's going to be a good-looking stud, and what's he going to say to all his boys, Brent?
I'm dancing with Howard's girlfriend.
Exactly.
In the Bubba the Love Sponge vernacular, man, I don't want a Christy Swanson McGillicuddy.
No, you don't want a
Right.
Christy Swanson McGillicuddy. You're exactly
right.
And you had Christy Swanson's ex-boyfriend on to tell you about all her craziness, and she
You're not
still left
kidding.
that guy.
That was pretty intense.
He's about throwing up things.
Hey, how good of friends are you with Stacey Keebler? I've never seen an ass on a woman better than that.
Oh, my God, she's so fucking hot. She used to, actually, when she came to town, she stayed with Brent and his wife.
Yeah, she used to stay at my house when she came
She's
to
super hot.
And let me
She's
tell you
so
what,
fucking hot.
And I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but gotta be honest. She was one of the nicest girls I've ever met in my life. And
Well, I almost hung out with her at Scores.
and since she's
God,
been
you made a mistake by that one, brother. Oh, my
It
God.
wasn't my mistake. She said she wanted to go to Scores with us. We had it all lined up. This was a couple of years ago, and she backed out. The WWE had a real
She's
problem.
so fucking hot. I
Well,
swear to God,
would
she is.
Would you come here? I've been to the Dollhouse with her, and I've been out dancing with her, and she's just a really cool girl. But since she's been in Hollywood, one of my best friends and Bubba's good friends dated her, Test, and he broke up. He broke up with her because she was turning into too much of a Hollywood mark for herself.
How's she in the sack?
He says that she's dynamite.
Yeah, and she's a real big shit talker, too. She talks all that smack. Like,
Oh, you're kidding. I
no,
love
like,
that.
fuck me harder. That's all you
Oh,
got,
I
you
love that.
motherfucker. Oh, God, bring it home. Oh, my, I'm going to fucking come. Here I am, baby. Bring
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Oh, Bubba, just go on.
Listen, Howard Stern, you big 6'5" looking freak.
I need more of that shit.
You got those big Jewish balls fucking hanging
Oh,
off.
my Jew balls.
Half.
Hey, we need to have a show, just you and I one time. You
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
want to
saying?
know what? I was talking to I had Tim and Scott Greenstein, and we're putting together a meeting. Me, you, get Brent in there, Gary, and we'll get Pharrell.
Yeah.
Because we haven't sat down. All of us haven't sat down and talked.
And on the air, like, for instance, just topics like, for instance, what should I do with Beth? Bubba, were you going to really see your real girlfriend? Brent, did you and Amanda fucking have a three-way with Stacey Keebler? I mean, those
Well,
three
we're in the
bullet-
meeting, right? And Greenstein goes, I have a really good idea. When Bubba since Bubba's going to be in town, what about like one day you guys do a show together? And I said, Scott, isn't that my fucking idea?
It was.
Haven't I been saying we should do like like Blind Faith, the super group?
Your second day on the air, you said that.
Yeah. So he goes, oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know. Maybe we do that next week where maybe like the first hour or two. I don't know, but maybe it's too early to do that. Me, you, and Pharrell. But Pharrell, though, Bubba and I would just have to be quiet.
I couldn't get a word in edgewise with that guy.
I called
But maybe what we do is we shock the puss on him, man, or the balls, or whatever the hell you call it.
Shock his balls.
We'll put the shock collar on his balls, and you can see.
Right, every time he starts talking too much, we shock him.
Howard, let me tell you
No,
something.
that's funny. That's funny.
I just got fucking shocked. Oh my God! Howie just shocked me.
Well,
I think that's something we should do. Like we
the
should
fans
do.
love it when Brent, on all my emails are like, man, the best radio is when you and Howard. I don't do good radio when I'm in Howard's studio, Brent, because I'm fucking all nervous and shit. But
No, you're not.
Well,
Hey, how about on the roast? You did a great job.
yeah.
When you went after Ronnie, that was funny.
And it's up now on Howard TV, by the way. The Ronnie roast is
Oh,
up
good,
now.
I can have hot bitches over the house and say, I'm on TV, look.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's finally. It took them a while, but it's finally up now.
I didn't like the Carver one. I didn't like it that well.
You didn't like it. I didn't like it when we were doing it. I was sitting there going, I got to get out of this thing. But I listened back to it on the replay, and I loved listening to it. But maybe that's just my own warped sense. But I kind of liked even hearing people who weren't prepared just completely screw it up. We had a meeting today, though. We were talking about the roast and what was the next one, and we had a million ideas about what the next one should be. In fact, it went so dark at one point, we were going to roast a kid who was dying, like a cancer kid or something.
Oh my God!
And we throw out every idea. We don't care. We're not going to do that, but we throw out every idea we can think of.
How about Tim
And
Sabian?
I think the next one, you're going to want to be in this one. You're going to definitely want to come down at least and drink with us because we're thinking of doing it at night this time.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And do Artie,
Oh yeah.
That would
That'd be good.
Huge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 8 comics, and you get the alcohol going, do like a club-like atmosphere, and
Like down at the Hard Rock would be a perfect place for it.
Or the Carolines.
Where Howard did his debut deal.
Well, you want to know something? I thought a real good spot would be just even if we did it at Sirius, but in that lobby when you first walk in and
Yeah.
it's huge.
Yeah.
We could set up like a bar and a whole thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, then you have an upper deck balcony McGillicuddy up there too.
Yeah, exactly.
People could lean over the balcony and see, and put Artie down there right by the.
I would be most looking forward to Artie's response, though.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Artie and Robin are my favorites.
I'm
By far.
really a huge fan of Fred.
You like Fred? Fred's way over my head. I can't. I don't understand.
Fred's
Fred.
out there, man. No, Fred's. You really do appreciate. Like when I'm in there, I don't hear what Fred's doing with the sounds and
it's
everything.
Great.
Fred scares me, Brent. He's way too fucking smart. It's like he's plotting against me or something.
You know what though?
No, I like it, and you know what? You don't realize how much material Fred writes. You know, he writes a lot of stuff.
And when you talk to Fred off the air, I mean, I sat there one time with him for a half an hour and just took notes at the things he was saying.
I'm not being disrespectful to Fred. He just scares me.
He's
he
a really
scares
good,
the shit out of me.
He's a really good guy. Talk to him off the air, and you won't get him to shut up.
Fred's been with you.
Fred's not the guy you want to be alone in a room with.
Has he been the longest? He's been with you the longest, has he not?
Yeah, I've known Fred since Hartford. I met him in like 19. I don't even know what year it was.
Remember when we were in Hartford?
Or 8.
Remember we were in Hartford, Brendan? We had talked shit about Howard, and he was kicking the trends would come out and be like, "How am I doing?" They go, "Well, Howard's got a 26 share, and you got a 5 share."
Good luck, guys.
Up from a 4.9 though. You're okay.
Good luck,
Yeah,
guys.
Hartford's my town, man.
Oh, I know, man.
It was like my triumphant return.
How the fuck I'm going to beat this guy in the Northeast? I mean, I got a chance against him in Fort Myers or something, but not in fucking Hartford, Connecticut, fellas.
Yeah, Hartford, though. I've been there for so long.
Oh, I know.
But you know what? The fans in Hartford are great people.
They are good people.
Yeah,
man.
it's a great town, man. People think like, oh, Hartford's such a horrible place. It sounds so boring. I loved it there.
I'm telling you how we got to get a couple tour buses. I know you don't want to do it, and do Stern Across America.
You don't know that I don't want to do that.
I want
I
you
was
to
talking
do
to
that.
Greenstein today about putting together some kind of tour, like a college tour, or even taking the film festival across the country.
Yeah, I mean, Howard, there's some cities like Chicago that you've never been to publicly.
Yeah,
And
I know. I'd love to go.
St. Louis, the grassroots of America. These people have never seen Howard Stern, and these people would just go fucking crazy.
Yeah, so we'll all go.
I mean, I'll get a bus. You have a bus. We'll give Artie the drunken bus. I mean, the whole fucking
Yeah, I
thing.
mean,
we can get Artie's
It's just
bus.
so hard to coordinate all this stuff because doing the show right now is going so smooth. Being in the studio, I don't know about like taking it out on the road right now, but
We could get Artie's bus wrapped like a big devil dog, Brent.
Oh my God, he's going through those devil dogs. It is just amazing. Isn't it amazing how long we've been talking and like we haven't taken a commercial break?
No,
Isn't that great?
Who cares?
Yeah, man. I'm just telling you, Howard. I know. Did you hear the song? Did you hear Howard's Bitch? Did you hear the song Howard's Bitch?
You know, I haven't heard it. Some people called in about it, said it was funny.
It is. It's hilarious.
The one thing is that my guys bury the fuck out of me, and I mean I let it. It's part of the shtick, but it's pretty fucking funny.
How far can they go when they bury? So you say they bury you, but there's got to be things over the years you've rejected.
Well, when I didn't want them to talk about my kid because nobody knew about it. I was in a custody battle. They wrote a song called Bubba's Got Brat.
Right.
They just.
So a couple of times you had to clamp down on.
Not really. I've never ever.
Not really. You know what, Howard? You'll find this really odd is when Manson does his bits or Ned does a bit, they bring it in and hand it to Bubba, and he does not pre-listen to it. We all listen to it together on the air.
That's good.
I never. Yeah, I don't do that, and they bury the fuck out of me. I mean, they.
Yeah, I get that too. Like the other day, Gary walked in. He says, "Trust me on this one," and he just played, and it was Beth calling the masseuse. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was funny. And you know what? Sal's call to Jessica Hahn was really good.
That's real good. I'm going to play that tomorrow. We couldn't play too many bits today. We were so damn busy, but
you know what I like sometimes, Howard? I like when you don't have any guests.
Yeah, me too. Same with your show, actually. I like that too. I like when you guys just sit around and talk about stuff and talk about politics.
You guys got such good chemistry, and you guys know each other, and your timing's good. That I think guests sometimes bring down, Robin's rhetoric and
I know. I don't know. It's weird. Like, but then you get a guest in like Hogan, and it turns out great.
It's a home run, man.
Yeah, you just don't know what it's going to be. But personally, I would rather just do the show, play our bits, take phone calls, and talk about crap in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, you could go 2 hours on the Beth massage deal.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, man. But then, some people say, wow, they love the interviews on the show. We always get a lot out of people. And, it depends on what's going on. Who the hell knows, man? You just try to do everything.
I was cringing a few times, Brent, on some of Howard's questions when I was listening to Hogan. I was like, oh, come on, Howard.
I tell you what, his daughter really is good looking.
She's very beautiful.
And, he's going to have to just deal with it because... right now. I mean, his head's going to explode.
Because, everybody, the whole big conspiracy, Howard, don't get mad at me. The whole big Iggy on Stern Fan Network and stuff was, I think Howard wants to bang Brooke. That's what, or I think.
What do you mean conspiracy? I said it.
Well, I'm sorry. The
That's
conspiracy.
why I think you're being a little dishonest.
Did you hear the wrap-up show that
this
day,
whole
Howard?
Uncle Bubba thing, Uncle Bubba my ass.
But though, we've known those kids though since they were really little.
Yeah,
I don't care. Uncle Bubba. Give Uncle Bubba a little Cialis. You'll see what happens.
God, we need to do a Howard Bubba sponsored by whatever commercial-free McGillicuddy, Brent, because we could go on and on and on.
Yeah, and Sirius should probably let us do like one show commercial-free and just do 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Hey, man, the first quarter number comes out May 2nd, Brendan. You know what? Did you see the preliminaries that were kicking XM's ass in sales with retail?
And web traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
I don't know. I think it means – let me ask you a question, Howard. I meant to ask you this. I know how kind of party you had for your birthday, which I thank you for the invite. It was unbelievable. What kind of party are you going to have when we finally surpass them in subscribers? Is that going to be huge?
We have to do something so major and include, of course, our audience because there's, I say like right off the top of my head, we have to say to Sirius, go into your pocketbook, pull out some major money, get like a major rock show.
Yes, at a major stadium.
And in a major stadium, a free concert for all of our fans.
Yes.
And I don't care who the band, like who would be the band right now that everyone, but would it be Green Day? To me, it would be like
Green Day, maybe get like an old school AC/DC or something like
right.
that. You never can go wrong with AC/DC. I mean, that's why you put them in private parts, for God's sake. You can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, AC/DC, Green Day, concert or something. I mean, something major, something that really means something to people. And I don't know. To me, that'd be great. And then serve free alcohol and the whole deal.
And Brent, the whole 9 yards is, your entrance could be your entry. Maybe Sirius does a couple months ahead mailer to every one of their subscribers, and that's their ticket in is the mailer. Because if you're a subscriber, they have your information.
Wow.
I said to Scott today, I said, what's going on with people getting their internet access to the our shows and our channels? And he tells me, because they're anticipating so many people using it, that they have to build a bigger platform, whatever the hell that means.
They need more servers and load balancers.
More servers, but he said that I think June was the target.
Well, HowardStern.com in itself is one of the top 2,000 websites in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, I talked to Scott. We could stream from both sites. We could stream from Sirius and from HowardStern.com, and it will be set up. And that way, the worst thing you could do is put it on the web and then have it crash.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Because that just frustrates people. So once we do it, I want to make sure it's done right. And, that's what I said to them. So they said by June they'd have it together, which is good.
At least you're heard in Canada, though. We're about Howard 101's outlawed in Canada.
You know what? That's absurd. And what? I said to them, if you're going to put us on, if people are subscribed because they want to hear, us and ostensibly the channels, why the hell wouldn't Canadian Sirius have 101? I'm sure that's around the corner.
I hope so.
Well, a lot of them are in the gray market. A lot of the truckers in Canada come to the United States and buy their unit, and then they get everything.
Yeah, most people in Canada are hearing it. You're right. It's mostly gray market stuff anyway.
You've been to Canada? You've been to Canada, Howard?
Yeah, when I was a lot younger.
Let me ask you a question in closing. How did your Miami vacation go?
Oh, I loved it. This is why I tried to call in when Hogan was on. That I went around. I was looking at some homes, and this broker pulls out a map, and it's got like where all the celebrities live. They want to show you. This is what they show all people looking for homes and stuff. And right away he said Hulk Hogan, and I go, hey man, that's not right. The guy lives in Tampa. I happen to know that. He goes, no, he has a house right here.
He just bought it.
Yeah, you see, I said to him, I said, dude, you're lying. Because you told me he's in Tampa. So it's weird. They already have like a whole list of like it's sort of weird. They kind of bust everyone and show where they're living.
In fact, the big conspiracy.
Shakira lives right by there.
The big thing right now, Brent, is that nobody. In fact, I probably shouldn't be saying this. I worked out with Hogan today, and they have movers. They're probably moving out of Clearwater and moving exclusively to Miami. And
now, why are they doing that if he's so worried about his daughter banging guys?
Yeah, because Miami's not the place.
That's the problem.
Miami's insane.
Right.
It's a power struggle between Linda and him. She wants to live down there for the industry, and Nick and they all want to live down in Miami because of the scene. Hogan's freaked the fuck out over it like you wouldn't believe. And Brent,
why does Linda care about the industry?
Well, because the recording industry's for Brooke, obviously.
Yeah, but why do they care?
I don't know. I don't
Why
know.
they got to let her find her own way. Who cares if she's a recording star?
I know, and they're moving to Miami, Brent. May 1st. I mean, everything's gone, and now Brent, he's unloading some. Lasker's buying one of his choppers, and he's trying to sell.
Choppers?
Yeah, one of his.
I thought the guy's got a friggin' helicopter. How much money did he make in the WWE?
Well, I know I'll tell you, he used to make, and I probably he used to make, and this isn't Howard Stern money, but this was like all through the
Howard Stern money.
Yeah, I mean, nobody makes a half a fucking
how much
$1
money
billion.
was Hulk Hogan money?
Hogan was making right at $1.5 million to $2 million a month.
Wow.
When he was with Turner.
I had no idea.
And that was that was 10 years ago. And
wow,
so
that's big money.
So he's got a $5 million home in L.A. He's got a $5 million just bought a brand new $5 million condo at the Palms in Vegas. His house is for sale in Clearwater for $21 million right now.
Do you think he'll get it, or is he dreaming?
No, he'll get it.
I think he'll get 18. I think he'll get 15 to 20.
You got to see this house. I mean,
is his house on the ocean or something?
Yeah, it's right on the ocean, and the house down here is 26,000 square feet.
26,000 square feet.
Yes.
Oh my God!
And then the new house he just bought down in Miami is $13.5 million. So he's got $50 million in homes, Brent, that he doesn't. And for the first time in my life, I actually saw a deed to a home. He goes, "Let me show you something. You ever seen one of these?" And he showed me the deed. I never seen a deed before. I'm fucking hillbilly at its finest.
Payments, Jones.
Yeah. I'm like Lasker. I'm like Lasker. I can afford it, but what's my payments gonna be?
Right.
So Hogan's loaded, man. Unlike a lot of those wrestlers that did all the cocaine, and he really was. He was an old Port Tampa thrillbilly from back in the day. Saved his money, and he did pretty damn good.
Evidently he did real well. I just don't see him being happy in Miami if he's all uptight about the kids banging and stuff.
Brent, you think we'll ever be rich like Howard?
No.
Okay.
Not that rich. If Howard,
you don't plan your life about how much money you're going to make. That's absurd.
Howard's yelling at me now because I can't be as rich as him.
No, it's not a matter of that. It's like, who got into radio thinking they'd make any money?
No,
none of us.
I know, I don't mean that, but I'm just saying.
No, but I'm being serious. It's so fluky.
I got into radio to get free food and pussy.
Yeah, and I don't even think I was that smart about it. I was pretty sure I'd never get any pussy. I was married, and
now let me ask you a question.
That was it. And
I don't think anybody's ever asked Howard Stern this question. Before you got married, Howard, when you were in the infant stages of your radio career,
right?
Did you get a lot of pussy?
I did okay. I lost my virginity at 16, and I had a couple of good runs with some women. I might have had maybe. Don't forget, I met my wife when I was 19.
So
between the ages of 16 and 19, I'd say I banged about 12 women.
And were you on the radio then?
No.
You were. Where was your very first job, and how old were you?
My first job in radio or first job?
No,
radio.
Oh, first job in radio was, if you want to call it, I got hired at a radio station, WNTN in Newton, Massachusetts. And I got hired for money, but they never paid. They wouldn't give me my paycheck. And it broke my heart because I had to quit, and I didn't even want to. And then my first real paying job was WRNW in January 1st, 1977. I went on the air.
And what was your pay from that job?
$96 a week.
$96.
Yeah, $4 an hour.
My first job was at WPFR in Terre Haute, Brent, and it was in 1985, and I made $77 a week.
Yeah, that's typical. And the fact of the matter is that my goal was to make $12,000 a year, and once I got that, I could live.
I quit. I quit my job to get off. I went to almost work for Wink 104 in Harrisburg because they were going to give me $12,500. And I had like a 50 share in Terre Haute, and I'm like, listen, if you guys just give me $12,500, I'll stay. And they're like, listen, don't play poker with us, boy. And I'm like, I got an offer. Like, well, you better take it then.
Yeah, well, WCCC in Hartford, the station that I was on.
Right.
First time I was there, I was making $12,000, and I asked for I forget what I asked. I asked for like a couple of $100 raise, and the GM told me he had to think about it. And I got down on my knees while I was doing my 6-hour air shift on Saturday, and while I was ripping copy for news and all that other stuff,
right, reading commercials on the
and just putting a broom in my ass and sweeping up. I prayed that someone would hear me and get me the fuck out of Hartford. And that's when I got a call from Dwight Douglas from Burkhardt Abrams. And
was Detroit the most miserable city?
Detroit was horrible. Dwight told me not to take the job. He said, there's a lot of Burkhardt Abrams stations. Don't go there. You'll be miserable. And I said, fuck you. And I sent them a tape, and they flew out the next day and hired me. And, that was it.
God, I lived in Grand Rapids. I did radio in Grand Rapids, and oddly enough, I don't know about you, but there was a lot of good hot Michigan aspirin I got.
Detroit has beautiful women. But I was married all those years. I told you, I just drove to work, did my job, went home, and sat around until the next time I could get back on the air. I never thought about going out, never thought of going to a restaurant. All I thought about was radio. That was it. There was no other thing in my life.
It paid off, huh, brother?
Yeah, I guess, but it's when I look back on it now, I go, what kind of enjoyable life was that? I mean, that was sickness.
Yeah, but you know what?
They put me up at the Renaissance Center, and then I would drive to W4, which was a couple of blocks away. Then I'd drive back to the Renaissance Center, and my wife wasn't there yet, and I would just sit in the room waiting till the next day.
Wow.
But, it
never occurred to me to go out or look around or anything. I just would sit in the room and wait.
You go take your props down at the local bar for being the morning man on W4?
No,
you
I didn't do any of that.
Hey,
it never occurred to me to do anything.
I'm the morning man on W4. Me.
I'm Howard Stern, baby. I'm the hottest thing going.
Oh, man, please. Are you kidding? I would go to parties and people would say, what do you do for a living? I said, I'm on the radio at W4. They go, oh, is that radio station still around?
And
we had no ratings. It was humiliating.
But you got to admit, though, I mean, all that now in today's about you're having. I mean, I know that you're very private and you're very public as well. I mean, everybody knows who the fuck you are, but you are having a pretty good time right now, don't you think, Howard?
Right now, it's the best time of my life.
That's what I'm saying. And it sounds it on the radio. You can tell, Brent.
I love it.
That you're having fun and that you're at ease and that you don't got a bunch of people fucking with you. And
and part of it is I love being on the same channels with you guys. It's fun. You know what I mean? It's like we got this little thing going.
And I mean, and never in my career, Brent, have I got along with anybody like this. You know what I'm saying?
We're having a great time. I mean, just everyone who works on the channels, like even having the newsroom in there today, and they're fighting over Robin's party.
Oh, that was so funny.
It's like it is just a great, great ride. I mean, this is better than I could have imagined.
I don't know if you heard the wrap-up show, but Sal and Penny Crone arguing about Robin's party was just hilarious.
Yeah, I missed that. I mean, that's what's so great.
Funny.
I mean, this thing can go on all day, and then like Artie pops in on there, and then you guys are coming to New York next week. I can't wait for that.
All right, I'm bringing my
great
shocker.
when you guys are around, and then you guys pop in on the show, and I mean, I love seeing Bubba in the halls, and I run into Brent, and we're just talking shit, and it's just great. I mean, it's just, believe me, I wish you guys were there all the time. But, the whole thing is so much fun.
Did Ross tell you about our little bat layer down here?
No. Yeah. He told me the whole deal. He told me that the studio was wild.
Man, but I tell you, I had a great time. Tim the Bulldog's okay, but I fucking like Ross. That bitch can party.
When Ross was single and I was single, man, the shit we used to do. Ross is a great guy.
He's a man. Brent, he got drunk and we're at Taco Bell, and I was doing burnouts in my F-150 redneck pickup truck. He's like, "This is what Tampa, Florida is all about. Give me 9 fucking tacos."
Yeah, no, he's fun, man. I mean, when we used to go to clubs and. Oh, my God. He showed me the ropes in Manhattan.
Well, he was telling us some stories I can't necessarily talk about, but he was saying some really good shit. Ross is my boy. He's supposed to take me out, Brent, Monday or Tuesday when we're up there.
Oh,
and he will.
Oh, I know he will.
That's his job, really. When it all boils down to it, he's in head of promotion at Sirius and all that. That's all bullshit. He's there to take you out on the town when you come here.
Exactly.
I mean, that's his job. And then he gets to parade Scott Greenstein around, because Scott's got no life. So if he hangs around with Ross, he feels cool.
Hey, Scott Greenstein, that's Howard saying that, not me, Bubba.
No, Scott knows it. Scott's a married guy. He's got kids. And he walks around. He looks like he's in a daze. And then he gets to hang out with Ross and go to a party once in a while.
How about Sabian the Bulldog?
Sabian's awesome, man, right?
Yeah, you know what?
You like Sabian?
Y'all love him.
No, let me tell you something. Out of all the PDs I work for, Tim is probably my favorite. I swear to you. He's so talent friendly.
He's a good guy. He's really trying hard and working hard, and he's doing a great job.
He is definitely my favorite PD ever.
Well, radio's like his father was a radio guy, like a programming guy, and then he's been in it his whole life since he's a kid, like 15. And he just lives this stuff. He lives for it.
How's your dad doing, Howard? Does he listen to the show?
Oh yeah.
And what's he? I mean, can he tell how good a time you're having?
He doesn't talk that way, but he loves the replay. That's what he does. He keeps as he's staring at the wall, he keeps going, "I love the replay. I love the replay." And everyone likes that because anybody who came over to hear our show can at least catch it now all the time.
Yeah.
And he just enjoys it. He listens to everything. He listens to you guys. He's all over. Like with our 2 channels, you can go all over the place with it.
I heard him call in the show the other day. He is really, really bright.
He's super bright. He should have been a radio guy. He should have been on air.
Yeah, he should have been. You know what?
Yeah.
Sometime I would really like to sit down and interview him about politics and world events.
Oh, you should
like
do it.
one-on-one.
Do it the next time anytime you want to. He'll do it. I mean, it's.
Yeah, we should do the Brent and Ben show.
Well, I would just like to interview him one-on-one and get his views on the current events and world politics.
Set
and
it up.
He's amazing. I mean, growing up, I was really intimidated by my father because every kid probably thinks his father's the smartest guy in the whole world. But I was like, God damn! I mean, my father's so smart. I mean, he's just well thought out. But and I think of radio guys. And the really good ones, they have an incredible point of view, and he always had that. So I used to say, man, I should put him on the radio, and I've talked to my father about doing like an hour a day on Sirius.
Oh, that would be
great. I think he would be really strong, but he goes, hey man, I'm 82 years old. My job is sitting and staring at the wall. It's over. He just wants to hang out, go to the track.
I loved it at Howard's birthday party, and they were doing the outtakes of Howard's mom and dad. He's like, "Are you done yet? What's going on around here?"
I watched that again on Howard TV just to see them.
My father was a workaholic, and then he had to retire, and then his day consisted of reading the New York Times and then going to the track and then coming home and having dinner with my mother, and the guy couldn't be happier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he's out of the fray.
Well, listen, Howard, we probably missed 4 stops. You think Greenstein's on the chip now? Greenstein's like, those motherfuckers are costing me $8.
Yeah, I got to go stare at the wall, so.
Hey, I got my asshole fingered, and you helped me through it, Howard.
Yeah, hey, I'm proud of you, man.
I appreciate you helping me through it, but I couldn't. You know what, Brent? When somebody would have told me 5 years ago, listen, you're going to get your prostate checked when you're 40, and Howard Stern's going to help you, I'm like, whatever.
See you guys next week.
All right, buddy.
Later.
Bye, Howard.
Without further ado, man, I got to start making some stop sets up. We're fucking like 4 behind.
We're 2. Yeah, we're 3 behind.
We got some making up to do. Hey, it's the price you got to pay when you have the studs 1 and 2, respectfully. No certain order on the air.
And I think we got to call Melissa Midwest next.
The Bubba Radio Network returns after this.